Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff, and welcome to the Mike did not leave himself enough time before Christmas to finish making all of his Christmas presents hour. Uh, my wife likes little boxes, so for every Christmas and birthday, uh, almost since we've been together, no, probably not. Many of the birthdays and Christmases that we've been together, I've gotten her a little box of some kind. And for the last couple, I've been making them because I found out that I like making things. This year, I was gonna try my first bandsaw box earlier in the year, so that I would be good enough at them to make her a nice one for Christmas. And then I didn't do that. So we're gonna make my first bandsaw box for my wife for Christmas, and I only have about 2.5 days. And I work full time. So we're gonna get the blank glued up tonight. I got the David Pacciuto make something plans. I paid money to him because I believe in paying creators for his plans, and I'm just gonna follow along, and hopefully I don't screw it up, because if I do, she's getting one of the pallet miter boxes that I have left over from the market. Sorry, wife. Let's go. So start by cutting out the template that I printed off after I purchased it from David Pacciuto over at Make Something. And then we got to go looking for a piece of wood that's going to fit. And nothing seemed to be wide enough for a long time, actually. Then I found this piece of walnut with a maple strip running through it, and I thought that would be pretty cool to have a maple strip running through the bandsaw box. And then I later decided not to use it, because if that maple strip didn't line up between the box and the drawer, that would look crappy. So, but it was still wide enough without that to fit, and found the nicest piece of scrap plywood that I had with the least amount of voids, and chopped that up to size as well, and then I could get glue it on the blank. So walnut on the outside, plywood on the inside, clamp it all together, and then sit and wait for that to dry and have some cheese toast. This cheese toast is delicious. That is all. Then when it's just about dry, you can scrape off the excess glue and get the clamps back on it to let it finish curing. And once it's totally cured up, we can glue that template right on the front of the blank. My spray glue was all gummed up, so it came out in spurts, and it was terrible to use, but it still did the trick. Then I could change out my bandsaw blade, because I had a 1/2 inch, like 3 TPI bandsaw blade on there before. And I had a 1/4 inch one in stock, so I went to that one instead, just so I could make all these curves nice and tight, hopefully. Yeah, cut out the outside around the template, and then we can get to cutting off the back of the box, which is the next step in the process. Then we got to cut out the inside to make the drawer. So with this particular design, we got to go in one side down to that little point and stop, turn the bandsaw blade off, back it out, come in the other side, and then you release essentially the drawer bit from the outside bit, and glue the back on the outside bit. I used the squidgy clamps at first, and then I moved over to the C clamps just to make sure that seam was nice and closed up. Then I drew on the box, the drawer shape that I wanted to cut out, before realizing that I was going to cut that piece off anyway, so that was a waste of time. Cut the front and back of the drawer off, and then I could draw that bit back on that I wasted my time doing before. But it was good practice, that's what I'm telling myself. Then you can scoop out the inside of the drawer, and then you glue the front and back of the drawer back on the inside of the bandsaw box, and get that all clamped up, and you're getting close getting close at this point to having a bandsaw box. Once they get them out of clamps, you can actually see that this is a thing that is going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. And it chisel off some of that dried glue that I didn't manage to get off while I was waiting for it to dry. Probably because of lack of cheese toast during that period. That's probably why. And then I scrape off paper and realize that was a waste of time too, because I'm just going to fire it over the jointer to not only get rid of the clamp marks, but also flush up the front of the box with the front of the drawer. Get it all nice and tight looking across the front. And then you get to sanding and spraying with lacquer. And essentially, at this point, I've got a bandsaw box. But I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I went to the hardware store looking for a drawer pull, but everything was like full-size drawer pull size. And I thought that would look terrible with a big full-size drawer pull on it. So I decided to just make one on the drill press with sandpaper and a chisel to make a little tenon on the end of it to go into a hole that I could drill with a 1/4-inch Forstner bit. And just sprayed that with lacquer while it was spinning so it would dry. A couple coats on that, a couple coats on the box. Then my first try with flocking. I soon found out that you need to tape better than this when you're taping off to make flocking on the inside of a box. You spread the glue, shoot the fiber bits onto the glue. Make sure that you have enough fiber bits, because I had to add some. Because you can always dump off the excess, but you can't put more on once the glue's cured. So then I pulled the tape off and realized that it squidged underneath the glue. So I tried sandpaper, then I went to a scraper, and nothing was working really well. So I went to the acetone, and yes, I know I should be using gloves if I'm playing with acetone, but shut up. And final sanding with 600 grit sandpaper. And then I can drop the drawer in, find the spot that I want to put the drawer pull, and give it a little dick, and take it over the drill press, drill out the mortise for the handle bit, drawer pull, and then just CA glued it in. Ta-da! Bandsaw box.
Well, there we go. We got our first ever bandsaw box. I'm relatively happy with turning out. It's a little bit, drawer's a little bit sloppy in there. Cut cleaner, sand less. That's the lesson we learned today. But I think it turned out pretty good. It's like you can see, it's not a super crisp edge, but I went and I kind of sanded some like more organic-y kind of roundovers in the edges so that it doesn't, like, it looks like it was on purpose a little bit, maybe. It's a little more organic looking. Thanks very much, Mr. David Pacciuto, for the templates. I'm going to keep trying these. They come together relatively quick. They'll come together quicker now that I know what I'm doing. And I think wife is going to appreciate that for Christmas. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to have myself a salted caramel Crown Royal whiskey, because it's the holiday season and I feel like it. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays and Hanukkah and all of that stuff. I'm just terrible at opening things. You should have opened this before I started the camera. Anyway, I'm gonna have one of these. I hope you have a wonderful season with you and yours. Sweet dreams, happy Christmas and holidays, and here we go. Nice salted caramel whiskey, some rocks, bandsaw box. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. That is delicious. We'll see you next time. Go and make something. No, spend time with your family. Then go make something. Make something for your family. Bye for now.